It was exciting to see Taylor Swift, the music star of a generation, take the stage at the Liverpool Arena. As she began to sing her beautiful song, Love Story, her signature red lipstick curled into a radiant smile. But tonight, this love story was going to take a very different turn. Taylor didn't know that her NFL star boyfriend Travis Kelce was backstage with a silk box tight in his hand. His heart was racing. He had carefully planned this moment, and with Taylor's team's help, his plan went off without a hitch. The crowd went silent as the last sounds of Love Story faded. Suddenly, the light changed, showing Travis walking toward Taylor with a face lit up with love and nerves. As everyone in the arena let out a collective gasp, it became clear that this wasn't just a show, it was a proposal. Taylor's eyes grew wide with shock. She put her hand to her mouth and felt her heart race with the energy of the crowd. Travis walked up to Taylor and said, "Taylor, you are the love of my life and the melody to my heart. Will you marry me and make me happy man in the world?" Everyone in the room seemed to hold their breath as Taylor stood there with tears in her eyes. It seemed like a very long time before she found her voice. It was a whisper that rang through the arena, yes, 1,000 times yes. A loud roar of cheers and praise filled the arena as Travis put the beautiful diamond ring on Taylor's shaking finger. As the couple hugged, their love filled the stage like a light of happiness and romance. The idea made headlines and social media pages all over the world like wildfire. A true ode to the power of love, it was a moment that went beyond music and sports. Travis and Taylor's love story had taken a turn that would never be forgotten. It was like a scene from a fairy tale. Their show in Liverpool wasn't just a show anymore, it was the stage where their love story hit its peak, a symphony of love, surprise, and a resounding yes. As the lights went down, they gave the stage a warm glow. Taylor Swift stood with her microphone ready. She was wearing an outfit that sparkled. The roar of the crowd filled the stadium as she started her encore, which was the last song of her Liverpool show. When Taylor got to the chorus, her boyfriend Travis Kelce came out of the shadows holding a silk box. The crowd all let out a gasp at the same time, and their excited whispers blew through the stadium like a light breeze. Taylor's eyes got really big, and she felt really shocked. Travis's smile made her feel better, and her heart stopped pounding. Travis took a big breath. His eyes were filled with love and worry at the same time. He spoke up over the noise of the music, "Taylor," his voice clear and strong. "You make my life extraordinary. Every moment with you feels like a dream come true." Taylor put her hand to her mouth quickly, and tears started to form in her eyes. As he knelt down, the crowd's gasp got louder. When he opened the box, a beautiful diamond ring was inside. He asked with hope in his voice, "Will you make me the happiest man alive and marry me?" Things in Taylor's life seemed to stop. The roar of the crowd was lost in the background noise. Travis, with his love shining in his eyes, was all she could think about. It seemed like forever before she finally spoke, though her voice was a little shaking. "Yes, Travis," she said with a joyous grin, 1,000 times yes. Cheers from the crowd filled the stadium and made it shake. Travis put the ring on Taylor's finger, and with thousands of cheers, they made their promise official. They hugged each other, and joyous tears ran down their faces along with laughs. It was back to full brightness when Taylor turned to her fans. Her smile was bigger than ever. "I can't believe I get to marry the love of my life," she yelled with joy in her voice. The crowd cheered back, and their happiness matched Taylor's. At that moment, the Liverpool Stadium turned into a sea of happy people. At the end of the night, there wasn't just a show, there was also an engagement that everyone will remember forever. Taylor's gig in Liverpool became famous and showed how strong love can be and how magical moments can be when you least expect them. Electricity could be felt in the air at Liverpool's Anfield Stadium. Taylor Swift had just finished an electric performance of Love Story. She was wearing a silver jumpsuit that sparkled. A hush fell over the crowd as the last chords faded and cheers echoed. A lot of attention was paid to Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs and Taylor's boyfriend of a year. He stood at the bottom of the stage with his eyes on Taylor and a satin box in his hand. She rushed to her mouth with her hand as the thought hit her. Her eyes were wide with shock. As Travis walked up the steps and knelt down in front of Taylor, the crowd erupted. When he opened the box, a beautiful diamond ring that sparkled like stage lights came out. "Taylor Allison Swift," Travis said, his voice full of feeling, "you are the most amazing woman I've ever met. You are my dream come true and my love story. Will you marry me?" Taylor couldn't say anything because tears were running down her face. She couldn't say anything but nodded. As soon as Travis put the ring on her finger, the crowd cheered again. The couple hugged, and the Jumbotron showed their happy moment. The stadium lights made their figures stand out. The news of the engagement spread around the world the next morning. There were so many happy comments on social media that fans called the couple Kelsey Swift. Taylor, who was still shocked by the proposal, put up a picture of herself and Travis on Instagram, with the ring in the middle of their faces. As the news kept going, rumors started to spread about the wedding. Would it be an event with lots of stars or a small ceremony? Taylor might write a song about the idea. The whole world would be watching as Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce started this new part of their relationship. The world was captivated by their magical, unexpected proposal, and fans couldn't wait for the next verse in their fairy tale story. Electricity could be felt in the air at Liverpool's Anfield Stadium. Taylor Swift stood in the middle of the stage in a glittery catsuit, her heart beating in time with the beat of "Love Story." The crowd moved and sang along, and the lights from their cell phones lit up their faces. But tonight's show wasn't like any other. The crowd didn't know that a secret plan was being carried out. Travis Kelce, Taylor's boyfriend of 6 months and the star tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, paced nervously behind the scenes with a silk box in his hand. He worked with Taylor's team to plan, and now the time had come. While Taylor was singing the last line, Travis sneaked onto the stage from the shadows. As a flashlight shone on his figure, the crowd fell silent. He held up the box while knelt on one knee and dressed perfectly in a suit. The crowd let out a gasp that was almost unbearable. Taylor turned around in the middle of a song to look at Travis. Her eyes grew wide with shock. The song stopped because her voice got stuck in her throat. Her face changed from shock and confusion to pure, unadulterated joy like a kaleidoscope. She covered her mouth with shaking hands as tears came to her eyes. Travis spoke up with a heavy voice that showed how he felt. "Taylor," he began, raising his voice to fill the stadium. "The moment I met you, my world changed. You're my love, my best friend, and my partner in crime. Is it possible for you to make me happy and marry me?" People in the crowd held their breath, feeling very excited. With tears running down her face, Taylor couldn't hold back her tears and nodded strongly. She choked out, "Yes," in a voice that was barely audible. When Travis put the ring on Taylor's finger, the crowd let out a loud roar. As the couple hugged, they were lost in their own thoughts and didn't notice the chaos going on around them. Soon, there was a lot of confetti and fireworks on stage, which matched the intensity of their love. For the rest of the show, happy tears, shared smiles, and lots of kisses went by quickly. The crowd was so moved by the moment that they sang along with every song with even more passion, echoing Taylor and Travis's newfound happiness. They would always remember that night as a sign of how strong love can be and how magical moments can be when you least expect them. At the start of their new journey, the pop princess and the football star were adored by everyone. Their love story became legendary.